Hey there, guys. Another day on the bus. Right now, I basically wanted to talk about how we got the bus. I'm not sure if you've seen the footage by now, how it's all going to play out, how it all get edited. But basically, I was looking for a bus, me and my brother, because I wanted the bus life. You know, I wanted to get in there. I wanted to at least get a bus while the prices are still good. They were coming out of, a lot of them were coming out of California, because California had set up that emissions thing, and any bus that's generally, I think it's 2010 or 2011 and older, was not going to be allowed to be back on the roads. They weren't going to register them, weren't going to allow them to be registered. So basically, people had to get rid of the buses and their heavy equipment, and they started all flowing east into the other states. So this bus, however, has always been an Arizona bus. It's been an Arizona bus its whole life. But it rolled into that whole flooded market. So I was able to get this for cheap. No rust, not a drop of rust anywhere on this bus. And but anyways, before we got the bus, we're looking for buses. The market is getting flooded, but a lot of the stuff is got rust on it. Even though California stuff doesn't rust as much, there is rust the closer you get to the water. The buses, vehicles live next to the water, the more rust they'll have. Not a ton, not like you see on the East Coast or in the South, or on roads that have salt and everything on them for winter, but you will see rust. Here, no rust. So anyways, I was looking around trying to find a bus, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, stuff like that. I did find a bus on Facebook Marketplace, this guy, Salvage One. That's the name we ended up coming up with. But back then it was just, a lonely white bus sitting in a yard full of tractor trailers and car trailers and stuff, just sitting there, and it was the only bus there. And owner who had it didn't know what he wanted to do with it. Had no plans. I think he got it as payment, a form of payment from his friend for some work that they did on the friend's tractor trailer, and this bus was a form of payment. And so he put it up for sale on Facebook Marketplace. I saw it, and I saw it for like a month, and then I was going back and looking for other stuff, and then I kept coming back to this because it just, something said, this bus is cool. It was all white, not a lot of miles, only had 170,000 miles on it, and for diesels that's not a lot. And it looked cool. It had that minimalist look that I like, and that I like in my cars. And so when I saw this bus, it was like, it's already painted, so I don't have to worry about getting it painted to meet the MDOT or MVD standards or anything like that. All the equipment, it never had the flappy stop signs on it. It was bare bones. The lights that are up in the corners, the flasher lights are already disconnected. They're still there, and I'm going to leave them there, but they're disconnected. They don't function. And I might turn them into blinkers or put floodlights or spotlights in there or something like that down the road, but I'm going to leave them up. It has a PA system. The speaker that's on the outside is disconnected, but it should only take 10 minutes to look that up. PA on the inside still works, and that's hilarious. I like to goof around with that. Got a couple little bingers here and there, but that's not a thing on it. It's a 98, and it's seen some little bit of use. It's dusty right now because the windows are open and it's been sitting in the yard, but it's idling pretty good. It does need window wipers. So yeah, it needs like the little things, get it a tune-up, get it the window wipers. Hopefully that low air pressure will fix itself once it has time to build pressure. I don't know how much fuel. It says it just got over just a quarter of a tank. The guy had a battery charger on it because he said it hadn't been started in a while and the batteries are a little low. I don't know what this means. Not sure what that is. It's not bad. I mean, it is. Everybody's screaming and crazy about how front engine stuff is loud, but I don't know about that, where that tack keeps jumping. Alright, seems to be building up air pressure now. It's got hours, 5,661 hours. Here are the driver's dome lights. We got all kinds of other little gewgaw things, little broken buttons. I don't know what they are. We'll get them fixed if I decide to take it. Pull to open, push to close. Oh, we're still building up pressure. Okay. Trans, got yeah, air pressure. I don't know if that air pressure thing is working or not. I'll have to go back on the video and see what it was at when we started, because it did say low. Then that pressure warning light went off, but these doors are not moving in and out. May need an air hose line going to the doors. Yeah, and it was all there. Nothing was trashed on it. It wasn't beat to hell. The window, the worst part about the bus is the window latches. They're almost all of them are broken. Got the metal roof. And it's definitely going to need to be vacuumed. We got small gaps here in the emergency thing here. That's why a lot of that dust is getting in. I think I'm going to turn the engine off now. I don't want to run them out of fuel. Okay. Let's check it out. Definitely all these seats will have to come out. I love it. Headroom. I've got at least 2.5 to 3 inches of head space above me, so I won't have to do anything with the floors or anything crazy. Just got to take all these seats out, and I'll leave the floors just like they are. I see absolutely no rust so far, outside or inside. I guess I got to stick my head underneath and check it out. This is what it looks like so far here. So this is a 1998 Thomas. I don't know if it's considered a safety liner. I'll have to go back up and see if it says anything like that. Here's another emergency hatch. That one's definitely seated down tighter, so the other one probably has to get just popped up and pulled back down. Dusty is all get-go on the inside here. It's because he left the windows open. And that looks like could be a broken latch, and that may be why it's not sitting. So I may need to contact a AAA bus and maybe get some new windows, or parts anyways. I'll try and fix this. Yeah. They does not look like there's any water leaking in, but here in Arizona we don't get a whole lot of water anyways, so we wouldn't be able to, hard to tell. But it's definitely looks rust-free. There we go. Now it's all popped down and tight in here. Tighter. So that just needs to be screwed in a little tighter with a little hex nut to hold that in and adjust it so this will stay down. And there may be a little thing that's missing that turns it. We'll have to see about that. I go back at that other one and see that other one if it's the same way. I definitely don't remember it being this tight in between the seats. Yeah, there's a handle missing, so I'd have to find that handle if he doesn't have one. And I don't see, oh, there's one. There's a bus heater right there. So cool, we got under seat heating. No AC, but that's okay. What else we got? Got a Thomas plaque on the back wall. Sorry if I'm whipping you guys around too fast. I'm kind of excited. because I think I found the bus. And it sucks that it's the very first one, but it's the first one in my price range, and it's not a bad looking bus. Just really dusty. There's more under seat boxes there. Doesn't look like it's been super abused. Seats aren't ripped or torn. Just everything's dusty because the windows sat open. And it's really hard for me to get in and out of that seat spot. So definitely have to work on that. See about getting a rotating seat or a smaller seat or something so I can get over that hump a little better. And I think I am going to try and come back here tomorrow. The owner of the bus had to go away, so he left me to my own devices in the yard. He was nice enough to hook up his truck, leave it running, and the batteries on there and everything, so to get the batteries charged. Don't know what was up there with those two bare wires. That could have been a CB headset or something, CB radio maybe. But what do we got here? This is, again, I don't see where it says if it's a safety liner or not. Maybe it's saying it and I'm just not seeing it. But I definitely like this. And maybe they weren't closing because the release valve is up. That's probably why it wasn't closing when I hit the door valve. So, okay. So I'm thinking we're okay. I'm thinking that's good. I'm really liking this guy. Alrighty. I don't want to waste this guy's time and have his truck run out of here, juice or anything, but I'm looking it over and alrighty. I think we're going to try and come back here tomorrow with some cash and see if we can get this guy, talk with the owner, and I think it's a good deal. I like the stairs. Everything looks solid. Let's come out of the outside of this thing. The tires look like they're brand freaking new, which is awesome. And there's so much tread at the front. That's the steer tires, and it looks brand new. It's over ½ an inch of tread, easily 3/4 of an inch of tread. The back tires, the pusher tires, they do not look bad either. They got at least, I'd say, a 1/4 inch of tread, if not more, so they're good for at least another few thousand miles. They don't look like they're recaps. They look like they're good tires. There's a couple little bingers on the body. So somebody tried to pry open the door, the gas door, excuse me, the fuel door. I always say fuel or diesel. When you're driving a diesel, you don't want to mess it up and accidentally brainwash yourself into putting gas in it. Another little binger right there. Back looks really clean. Again, I don't see any rust anywhere. I think this was a prison bus. I don't think it was a school bus. I think it was a prison bus. Or maybe a transit bus for a company that put employees. Another little binger in the same spot there. That's kind of weird. That could be normal. Maybe it's not bingers and they're just, that's the way the bumpers are. It's weird that it'd be the same exact spot on both sides. Same type of dent, if that's a dent. Little things here. Again, I'm not seeing any rust. Yeah, it's got another compartment on the other side. It looks like it got a little bing, same spot. Little molding's messed up on the other side a little bit, so that just have to be hit it with a hammer, tap it out, straighten it out a little bit. But it's a good foundation. I don't have to paint it, and the insurance companies should be okay with that. Here he is charging the batteries. Okay, I'm gonna cut this off now. I'm going to go call the guy because he was nice enough to let me be in here while he was gone, and I'm gonna get everything all straightened up. But here she is, Thomas built bus, and I think this is gonna be our guy. And it's got a big old air horn on the top. How cool is that? already installed. Hopefully, maybe that's what those wires were. That was the air horn. Okay, guys, I'm gonna let you go. Ciao. So we saw the bus coming over to the yard. I called the guy. He set up a time to come look at it, and then he couldn't make it. But he said, gave me the code and everything for his gate, and said, just go ahead and go look. The keys are in it. It'll start up. We was sitting for a while, so we're charging the batteries. But I checked it this morning before I left, and it starts right up. So I go over there, and if you saw in the videos, it didn't start right up. It had been sitting on the charger for a while. He left the truck there running with the batteries hooked up, so he had the truck charging the bus batteries, but it still hadn't been enough juice to get them going. So I just walked around the bus and fiddle farted and took pictures and stuff, and then opened up the door of his truck and hit the gas pedal a little bit to try and get some more juice into these batteries, to the old batteries that were originally in here. And then finally it started up. I got in the seat and cranked it up and started right up. So saw the bus, talked to the guy, we haggled on the price, got it. Couldn't let it go. It's just it said it had everything I wanted. It was the bus I wanted. You'll see that in the footage there. Comment below, like, share, subscribe, do the whole thing. If you do like all this stuff, if you don't like all this stuff, then hey, tune in next week. Maybe you'll like that stuff. Maybe I'll win you over next week. Who knows? And with that said, I'm gonna let you go.